Chris Waller joins me. Chris, we get to play on our home track this weekend. Group 1 racing, Cornwall Stakes, and you'll be a part of it. Red Tracer, she's been racing well, deserves a crack at this sort of field.
Yeah, she does, Dean. Unfortunately, with her consistency, she's going to be close to the top weight. And for a little horse like her, it's not ideal. But that's what comes of, I guess, a Cornwall handicap. It's been a great race over so many years, and to be a part of it, you've got to be the best at that weight you're allocated. So hopefully for her sake, there's a little bit of rain about. That seems to bring the rest of the field back to her, and she'll probably need a little bit of an advantage with that big weight.
We've got a couple of runners in the Rambit Stakes. Ford Teller, just ticking over nicely, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. In the Australian Cup, he went into that race with a Group 2 win next to his name, and he was left chasing a long way from home, and I don't know what to make of that race, but at least he got home okay. I think he's the type of horse, as most horses are, they like to travel into the 400 metre mark and then let down. Last start in the Australian Cup, he was chasing from the half mile and never really had a chance to get into it. So he can bounce back. I wouldn't say it's the strongest Ranvet of recent years, but that's easy to say that. It's still hard to win. So he's certainly got a chance.
And Gatewood, from a Trackwork point of view, are you learning more about him?
Yep, he's a pretty foolproof horse, and that first up track in the Apollo on the heavy 10 was very hard to firstly get a gauge on where your horse was at, and then it could have flattened him a little bit second up. With that said, he was only beaten 4 lengths behind a horse like Shootout over a mile, so I think stepping up to 2,000 metres it'll be a lot better. And yeah, he's not really a weight for age horse just yet, but you've got to try it, and I think the BMWs is his grand final, so this is a very important step towards that race, and I certainly still believe he's a chance on Saturday.
Collini, getting fitted with each run. Do you increase his track work as the races get longer?
Not really, just let his racing get him fit. Otherwise we could flatten him, and 2,000 metres is probably still on the short side for him, so for that reason I haven't overtaxed him on the training track. He's fit, or fitter. I think his first 2 runs he's still been carrying a bit of extra weight, which is good in terms of a long-term plan. But for his first 2 runs, probably just a bit soft. So he'll be getting close to his best fitness on Saturday, and he's another one that'll appreciate the distance, home track, and nice big circumference here at Rose Hill.
I suppose you can say the same for the likes of Hoi Lonnie and Luniere. Is coming off a big win at Warwick Farm recently. They go around the Sky High Stakes.
Both in good form. Hoi Lonnie's first 2 runs over unsuitable distances have been tremendous, and steps up to 1,900 metres, which is where he found form last preparation. So with all things considered, he's certainly going to be very hard to beat, and he's worked well this week. Luniere, he's, as you say, in good form. He bounced back after his first up failure on a wet track, and he got a good track last start, and it was very impressive coming from a long way back over a mile. So steps up to the 1,900, which should suit. He's a pretty classy horse, and it'll be interesting to see how he handles the class rise on Saturday.
From a Trackwork point of view, does he give you much of a gauge?
Not really. He's not the flashiest of workers. Probably end up being a blinkers horse at some stage.
And of course, Older Boy, well, he's coming off a win last start. He snuck up the inside.
It was a great ride from Jim Cassidy, and the horse is happy. We've done a lot of work with him on the treadmill, and that seems to have kept him mentally right. And I think, he's in the zone, so to speak. And I think a bit of rain about certainly wouldn't do his chances any harm. But hey, he's in good form and going well.